Hello everybody and welcome back to Rope Breaks with Jacob King. I am your host, Jacob King. Today's episode is a very special road trip edition of Rope Breaks as I leave my Houston, Texas bubble for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began in order to attend a pair of back-to-back shows from Sabotage Pro Wrestling and New Texas Pro Wrestling at the Rolling Oaks Mall in San Antonio, Texas. Sabotage Pro Wrestling is an organization dedicated to showcasing the finest women's wrestling talent that they can get their hands on, and New Texas Pro Wrestling is a company owned and operated by Kiefer Bartek, a former student of WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. I spent the weekend creating a sort of video diary of my experiences on the road. This episode will include a look at my travels up to San Antonio, as well as my experience attending both Sabotage and New Texas Pro. You can expect to see highlights of the events, as well as short interviews with some of the talent. Be sure to like and subscribe this channel for more content just like this. But without further ado, here is my road diary of the trip to San Antonio for Sabotage and New Texas Pro, better known as the biggest little weekend in Texas. All right, so hey, I am about 3 hours away from hopping on the road to head up to San Antonio to catch Sabotage Wrestling tonight. It's been a while since I've been to a Sabotage show. Can't wait to see what they do with their first show back. Sabotage is one of my absolute favorite promotions here in Texas. Also looking forward to catching up with some people I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen Hyan since before the plague and she went Super Saiyan, so super looking forward to that.
Honestly, just trying to make it through the workday so I can leave.
Come on, 3 o'clock. All right, I am finally on the road to San Antonio, on my way to catch Sabotage Pro Wrestling later tonight. GPS is telling me I have a little over 2.5 hours to go, so I'm just going to put on the cruise control and enjoy the ride. Okay, so I'm going to make a pit stop here at Buc-ee's. For those of you who aren't native to Texas, Buc-ee's is basically what would happen if Chip and Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper opened a gas station. It is a megalomart where you can get just about anything from popcorn and barbecue to actual barbecue grills. Like, check this out. There's a whole line of different barbecue grills that you can get here. And on just about any given occasion, if you walk into a Buc-ee's on a weekend where there is wrestling in Texas, most of the interior is going to be filled with indie wrestlers. There's like a 90% chance that I'll run into somebody that I know here, and I'm not even joking. Holy shit, that's a big fucking beaver. And so with a bag full of snacks and at least one clothing item with a cartoon beaver on it, I was ready to make my way to San Antonio, Texas to witness Sabotage Pro Wrestling. I can always tell when I'm getting close to San Antonio because my Spotify gets all glitchy and I have to ride with nothing but the sound of my own thoughts. Alright, so the cool thing about tonight's show is that it's being run out of the Rolling Oaks Mall here in San Antonio, Texas. That's right, an actual shopping mall. I've never seen wrestling in a shopping mall before. I know Heavy Metal has been running shows here for a little while, so I'm just excited to see what this is going to be like. The pre-show meet and greet was as festive as you would imagine, with everybody excited to get a chance to meet their favorite stars. But things would only get better whenever the action started inside the studio. after the show, I was hoping to catch up with some of my colleagues for some quick question and answer sessions. Some people were more receptive than others.
You need to take a shower. You stank, that's why.
So you didn't have to sprint today, and like you only had to get up on the ring apron once. How does that feel?
There's no room!
This is a different experience. What's it like shooting in a mall?
Shoot at a mall?
Yeah, what's it like?
This is not the first time, actually. Like, I've done other where they're like the broken down malls that need audiences.
Oh, Lord.
That's the one. So, this is not the first time.
So, Jenna Lynn, you're one of my favorites because we share a mutual love of 80s hair metal. So I've got a question for you. If you get your WrestleMania moment and you could have any 80s metal band playing you to the ring, who would it be and what song?
Oh my god, that is hard. Are you kidding me? You can't see it like my face because of the mask. Wear your mask, kids. But I'm trying so hard to come up with something. Any 80s band. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that Guns N' Roses are my favorite band of all time. As far as song, this is hard. Okay, you know what's funny? Jacob King told me this only has to be a minute, but I'm going to be here for 5 minutes thinking about this one question. This is a basic answer. I'm going to say Welcome to the Jungle. Okay, it's a basic answer, but hey, it's a badass song, so.
And it fits.
No, it does. It does. It really does. So that's the answer. Sorry if that was lame or boring, but yes.
Awesome. Hard-hitting journalism. Thanks, Jen.
That's right. That's
So Rok-C, you had new gear tonight, I noticed. What's the story behind that? Rok-C, you're not allowed to duck interviews.
I forgot my gear, okay?
Rok-C is doing her best to earn the title of most professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestlers. Good job, Rok-C.
I vote for her. Shut up.
Hey Rachel, you're the queen of Texas wrestling, obviously. So, in your official capacity as queen, if you could make a decree where one thing from wrestling had to go away forever, what would it be?
Keeper Bartek.
Oh! And if there was one thing that you could have on every show, what would it be?
Yeah, Girl's House, actually.
So Hyan, everybody knows that you recently changed your hair. How much of that was to produce a more accurate Link cosplay?
No, actually. I was wanting to do it back when I was in Japan, but I was always scared to do it. And then so when COVID hit, I was like, screw it. What else do I got to lose? Like, let's just go for it.
Once you did it, did you have to adapt your in-ring style or adapt your attitude as a wrestler to match your new look?
No, but I did have to tell people not to touch my hair. Because when they bleach it, it breaks more easily because it's more fragile. So like literally gobs of my hair come out like during the match. Like I don't know if you could tell in the ring, but there's like so much of my hair in the ring. It's really sad.
Well, I've learned something new about hair care. Thank you, Hyan.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was Sabotage Wrestling. That was what wrestling in a mall looks like. Really good show, really fun matchups. Everybody did a great job. It was great seeing everybody again. And what better way to celebrate a wonderful night of Texas independent wrestling than with a wonderful double meat Whataburger. I can't wait for night 2. About to head out to night 2 of the trip here in San Antonio. Gonna catch New Texas Pro Wrestling. This is only my second time seeing a New Texas show, but I'm excited because the first one blew the roof off the place. So here we go. Night 2 began when I ran into a familiar face. So, we got Nastico here, who's acting as general manager for New Texas Pro tonight.
I am the special guest general manager under some stipulation. I don't know what a stipulation is, but we're gonna find out tonight.
Yeah, it looks like you really dressed up for the part. You look like the general manager of a country club that closed down in 1992.
Let's look at you. First of all, let's look at what you're wearing first. Look at you with a sign in your hand, looking like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Look at them shoes. What are those? What are those? Anyways, tonight's gonna be a great night. New Texas Pro. We got Jacob King. What is this vlog called?
This one's called Rope Breaks.
Rope Breaks. What is this? Nastico smells like cheese and wow. Maybe the last part and the old cheese after a long night. But right now, I'm good.
I also ran into a group of wrestling YouTubers who I believe for some strange reason are all named Paul. All right, so I've run into the guys from Wrestle Vlogs, and I just want to ask you guys a quick question. How afraid are you of Pornhub's litigation team?
Dude, what's Pornhub? Prawn Hub? Like the shrimp? Or like the aliens from District 9?
I mean, Prawn is pretty good. I know there was a hub for it. We could probably go there after the show, no?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess like prom could be a hub. It's a place in which it's a hub for dancing.
I mean, I went to my prom 4 years ago, but like,
Honestly, this is.
Do you know about it?
I have no idea. This is a wrestling.
Those poor bastards are going to get sued into oblivion. Once we were done goofing around, the New Texas show kicked off with an appearance by head honcho and Raychell Rose nemesis, Kiefer Bartek.
Cut the music! What do you do, baby? No, I'm not gonna do all that tonight. I'm taking off my wrestler hat tonight. I'm putting the promoter hat on tonight. We got a great show. New Texas Pro presents Popovich.
As intense and entertaining as the early matchups were, nothing could prepare us for the intensity of the main event, a no disqualification match between the new Texas Pro Champion Mysterious Q and the Corn Belt Cowboy, the One Called Manders. As the match drew to a close, both competitors seemed hell-bent on one-upping each other with vulgar displays of violence.
You think I'm a bitch? That's what I think. Go! Mysterious punches. Oh! Sit low! Sit low! Oh! Oh! Come on! Come on! Harder. Is that hard? Is that the best you got? Oh! Do it! Freaking do it! Go! Do it! Do it if you're gonna do it! Fucking do it! Let's go! If you're gonna do it, do it! Put me on my...
After the match, I approached Manders about getting his thoughts regarding his first match here in Texas.
Yeah, feeling good.
First match in Texas, you went up against Mysterious Q. What are your thoughts?
Well, like I said earlier, I've seen the guy on Twitter and stuff like that, you know, and I was like, yeah, you know, he's like big, he's athletic. I'm like, okay, I guess I got to really like do hardcore stuff in order to beat him because he's faster than me and stronger than me, and he's the real deal, man. And even with the hardcore stuff, I couldn't put him up. So hats off to Mysterious Q, man. Like, you're one of the hidden secrets in Texas, one of the best going right now, and hopefully more people, you know, notice you, and I think people will. And Texas is sweet, right? I'm a cowboy, right? So of course Texas is cool. So I've been here before, like for like spring break and like being a college kid and all that stuff. So happy to be here. Definitely gonna get a Lone Star beer and Whataburger after this for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I also managed to talk to Delilah Doom, who the night before had taken home the Sabotage Championship. Hey there, Delilah. How, you just got finished with your 3-day mall tour here in San Antonio, Texas. What are your thoughts on the trip?
Delilah Doom's Brawl at the Mall tour November 2020 was amazing. It was a trifecta of wins. Yes, you heard that right. 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 3 wins, and I am now your new Sabotage World Champion for the second time. And I'm so stoked, which means I'm gonna be back at the mall next month. I hope you are all here. I'm so excited, you guys. Thank you so much. And remember, doomies never say die.
Viva! And of course, as always, the Wrestle Vlogs guys were up to their usual bullshit.
Come on, man.
Head back. Ah! Hit him. Oh!
You can do it! Last year, he didn't want to do it, and now we're about to do it. I've never chopped anybody real. Uh-oh, Nastico. Nastico. Please don't throat chop him, good lord.
Next time you see this, it'll be on OnlyFans.
Subscribe to Wrestle Vlogs.
What do you think? I survived somehow. I don't know how. Oh, hey.
Julio, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
I don't know. That's a good question.
For the money, baby. Mark. For the money.
How much money have you guys gotten off of this
A
segment?
very undisclosed amount.
So, like $5 in Walmart gift cards. Thank you for that.
$10 in Walmart gift cards.
Well, legally to Pornhub, we can't disclose that amount. So,
Who's Pornhub?
what is that? We're just gonna say none. Legally, none.
And on that note, my time in San Antonio had come to an end. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I do want to take a minute to thank everybody who appeared on camera for this one. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much to the guys from Wrestle Vlogs for stopping by. It was great seeing you. Big thanks to Raychell Rose and Rok-C. Thank you, Jenna Lynn. Thanks to Nastico. Thank you, Delilah Doom. And a big thanks to the One Called Manders. If you liked this episode and want to see more content just like it, be sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to stay tuned for my next episode where I chronicle my time before, during, and after Loco Wrestling presents Desmadre. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.